Good Monday morning, everybody. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. Y'all, I'm tired this morning. I'm trying so hard to get in a good, but listen, I'm in a good vibe. I had a good chat with a friend this morning and really stepped into something kind of a magical, yummy energy today, despite the tiredness. And it kind of counteracted each other a little bit. So I appreciate that. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and you're watching Project Joy Live. It is Monday, May 8th, 2023. We're over a week into May already, and I'm beating this like crazy. I don't know where the time goes, and this year is flying. Does anybody else feel that? Like, I feel like it's flying. They say time flies, and I just realized like I have hair. I've got some kind of thing going on here. Time flies when you're having fun, and time flies even if you stop and have moments of gratitude. And I'm really, really excited that today marks the start of a 3-part series with my good friend, Sharon Saraga Walters. She is the queen of gratitude. So if you can start your day with the queen of joy and the queen of gratitude, it is a 2-for-1 deal. One-time special only on the Breakthrough Show Network. So I'm excited to have her here and welcome her on here in just a minute. I would love for you, if you're joining us live or on the replay, to take a moment in the comments, say hello, let us know where you're joining from, and also what is bringing you joy today, but also tell us one thing you're grateful for today. I want to get in that vibe this week, all right? We have a packed week here on the Breakthrough Show Network, and specifically on Project Joy Live as well. I've got Sharon joining us Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I have Brandon Croucher joining us on Tuesday, Tim Hodgkiss joining us on Thursday. It's a full week of joy. And I would suggest, as you're going through this week, that you're also wearing your gratitude glasses, okay? Are you wearing your gratitude glasses? I need to know, all right? And if you don't have a pair, you can go to the link in our bio on social media and click the Shop With Us button, and you can get yourself some gratitude glasses. It's always important to go through and see things through the lens of gratitude. I'm tired today because I had 2 nights in a row where, you guys know, and I've told you this, I am not a night owl. at all. I was not even really a night owl in college. I had to force myself to go party with the other people. Okay. I am a morning person, 100%. So when I stay up past my bedtime, it is not a good situation, but it was for good reason. Saturday obviously was Black and Yellow Day in memory, in honor of what would have been my brother's 38th birthday. And we went down to Sneakers, which was one of his favorite bars here in Groton, Connecticut. And it was great. It was wonderful. Adam's dad came. A friend of Adam's came, and we just had a good time having fun, which is what Adam would have done. I also took some time that day to go to the cemetery, and it was so beautiful. I wish I had pulled up the picture to show you guys, but I was sitting there. So I'll plop right on the ground, right by where my brother is buried, pop right there on the ground. And the sun was shining down when I was there, just perfectly. So there was like this beam of light coming down next to his where he's buried, and it was a beautiful moment. And then last night I've been manifesting all kind of wonderful, beautiful things lately. I won the free night hotel stay at Foxwoods when I went to the duck race. And then I got free tickets to see Vanessa Williams last night. And what a fun throwback that was, to have all of these songs from the 80s and 90s. Everybody remember the words, everybody singing along. And I don't know what kind of Harry Potter elixir of life that woman is drinking, but she looks no different than she did back in, early 90s. Okay. She looks fabulous. And she was wearing this dress. I was sending pictures to my daughters and some friends. They were like, I need that dress. I don't know where I would wear it and why I need it, but it's a fabulous dress. So it was such a good time, such a good time. And it's always fun at Mohegan Sun Casino. Highly recommend. If you guys don't know that, literally within 20 minutes of where I live here in Mystic, Connecticut, are the two biggest casinos in the United States, Foxwoods Resort Casino and Mohegan Sun Casino. They both have arenas, always amazing concerts. Shout out specifically to Mohegan Sun because my cousin headlines at Comics every weekend, 4 days every weekend. He is a comedic genius there. Look for Jim Spinato's R-rated comedy show. It's fantastic. So it's always a good time. Highly recommend if you're in this area of the world that you come visit Foxwoods or Mohegan Sun. Brittany's joining us this morning, Grand Rising. So glad to see the Queen of Joy and Gratitude on this morning. Susan's joining us. Time is flying. I agree. Definitely flying for sure. Susan said, seeing my older house wrestling, or my horse, not house, because seeing a house wrestling would be weird. Seeing my older horse wrestling with his buddy when I looked out the window. He was sick this weekend. What brings me joy? I'm grateful that he is better. I've been seeing those posts this week, Susan, and I'm glad that he's doing better as well. Brittany says, what brings me joy today is my coffee protein shake. It tastes yummy, and I'm grateful for my awareness. Oh, girl, I'm grateful for that this morning too. Awareness it can be a little bit of a kick in the tail, but it's also such an amazing, wonderful thing. Rhonda's joining us from up north this morning. Good morning, Rhonda. It's always good to see you. Let me know what's bringing you both joy and gratitude today. They could be the both same thing, but I'm sure we'll talk about that on the week to come. We're going to take a super quick break, you guys, and we're going to be right back with our fabulous guest, Sharon Saraga Walters. The Queen of Gratitude herself is here. We'll be right back. Good morning, Sharon.
I had to put on my glasses. You had them as well. Awesome. Now I have to take them off a little bit. I'll have them on later.
Now we're going to get to the part of our show where we try to see each other again. How are you this morning, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's always, hey, I'm sure people are like, I love hearing you and watching you from my from my couch on the computer, but even better being here like this with you.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes, I'm always glad to have you here. And I'm super excited because I think you and I are both pretty aware. Talk about awareness, Brittany. Pretty aware of how well joy and gratitude fit with each other. But I'm excited to dive even further into this meshing up of worlds this morning and share that with everybody out there as well. So really quickly, because I asked everybody else, what's something that's bringing you joy today, Sharon, and what's something that's you're grateful for?
All right. So the first thing that came to me, what brought me joy was when you said all the things that you were manifesting lately.
Mm,
That really brought me joy. I love that.
yeah.
And the gratitude part, what I'm grateful for is being here today, really.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. And Rhonda added that it's bringing her joy, all the birds returning with their songs to the forest outside of her window. I love that. Rhonda always posts these videos. She has like the trail cams in her. She has a big, expansive like forest and stuff. And she's always posting the trail cams with all the animals that come out there. It's like Snow White.
That's great.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so I know we're going to talk today about just joy and gratitude and how we came to make those kind of a focus of what we do in our lives. So let's start with gratitude and your story, Sharon. So how did gratitude become a focus of what your purpose, your mission in this life?
You know, that's a great question. I think that I've always been searching in my life. I've always been doing personal growth work for years and years, and just really searching for what is going to give me the best life, the easiest life, and just a content life. And really, in all my searching of different things that I've done, I must say that gratitude is really the thing that stuck with me, that felt like me. It just fit into my body, every part of me. And from that point on, I just I got more into gratitude. I practiced it. I read about it, and now it's my thing.
Mm,
Gratitude is absolutely my it's my fit. It really is.
yeah.
But I got to tell you, this whole the talk we're doing has, oh my gosh, I love it because it has had me explore so much about joy. Because
Mm,
honestly, I've been asking friends and my family about joy, and really my family, we didn't use that word.
mm,
So, that's why I didn't really use the word. And for the first time now, since we were doing this talk, I'm starting to explore it.
mm.
And so it's really good stuff.
Yeah, I think this is going to be really good this week because it's been similar for me where um I remember hearing growing up like, be thankful for what you have. But
Mhm.
we never really used the word gratitude. That wasn't something that really came into my awareness until after I kind of launched myself into whatever this journey is that I'm on. But you know what's interesting about the word joy as well is I was on with Dr. Lauren Harris on Bathrobe Moments last week. Was it last week? I think so. And valid purpose. And so he talked about the word joy and how when he went to go look it up, all he could find was religious sermons,
Mhm.
that there wasn't anybody in the secular space talking about joy. It was all, and even now, like I've had a couple people on the show throughout the years who have talked about joy, and it has always been in a religious sense, which I find really interesting because that's not a focus for me. I am very spiritual. I have a relationship with who I refer to as God, but um I don't consider it like I don't know. What's your thoughts about that,
So
Sharon?
interesting. So, because I've asked a couple of people about the joy,
Yeah.
about that, and I had four people at least said, and I'm Jewish, so they said this joy, joy, joy song, which I'd never heard of. I mean, I really had not heard that song before. But people, yes, they think of Christmas, they think of that joy, joy, joy song. Some, yeah. So that was very present
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think for me getting into I know I've always been sort of a uh more optimistic kind of person. I've always been a little naive, and I've talked about that. I've always sort of expect that someone is going to always treat you well and be at your best, and that everything's going to turn out just fine. And as you get older and have real life experiences, I think you kind of realize that stuff like that isn't always handed to you, and you're not always guaranteed that things are going to be great and wonderful and perfect. And when I was really like at a low point a couple of years ago, where my health is concerned, I got up one day, and I had a really rough week. Like, my body hurt so bad. I felt terrible. And I woke up one day and I just proclaimed, I'm not going to do anything anymore that doesn't bring me joy.
Mhm, mhm,
And I don't know what really fired that, other than being completely exhausted by the fact that I felt so bad in so many different areas of my life. Yet I almost felt, and I've talked about this before, and let me know if you've had this experience, Sharon. Have you ever felt like been sad or had a situation happening and you feel almost peer pressured into feeling bad about it? Like, have you ever had that experience where, like, okay, so somebody dies, right? And
mhm, mhm,
everybody's sad. And you start to feel like a little bit better. Like, you start to feel like, oh, I'm grateful for this person's life and I'm thankful for the time we have together. But everybody around you's crying. So you kind of feel like, I got to be really sad too. Or, like, have you ever experienced that before?
Oh, I'm sure I had that experience. Yes, I'm sure way back. It's been a while, but yes. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
people, the energy really can take us places. Good,
Yeah.
sad, happy, all kinds of places. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm,
exactly. So I was just like, I'm just not going to do that anymore. I'm not
mhm,
going to, if I'm feeling good about something, or even if I'm feeling bad about something, I'm going to choose to find the joy in the situation. I'm not going to participate in this pressure to be down all the time.
mhm,
That's not what I'm going to do in my life. So that's kind of when things became a focus for me. And that's right after that was when, like, a couple months later, was when I wrote out all of the 53 whatever episodes there were for the first season of Project Joy. And then 2020 happened and was like, glad you did that, because we needed a little joy in our lives.
So, Jessica, tell me, when did you get that? When did that happen when you got that hit? About,
That was in towards the end of 2019.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and it's interesting because there is that time. I mean, thank goodness for it for all of us, or maybe someone hasn't experienced that. But yeah, I mean, I think the same thing for me. That I said, okay, what is the tool? What is it that's really calling me? That really has spoken to me, and it was gratitude. And I
Yeah.
think that was like, I don't know, maybe 6, 8 years ago, that I just said, yeah, because why search for something else? And because we all have our thing. So, like, why search for
Right.
something else if this is your thing and it really works for you? You know?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I'm open, but I'm also open to all different things that I kind of add to what I'm practicing anyway. It's just there's
Hmm.
something else that goes with it. But yeah, I've been on a mission. I've been researching people. I've been
Yeah.
actually asking questions, and it's been cool. I love, this is such a reminder about it. We never stop learning and don't, because the growth, the ahas, the newness that comes with it, you know,
Hmm.
is just remarkable. Like, I got a whole new thing about gratitude for me, of that. Can I share? Let me share. Can I share this?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I actually had two awarenesses, okay, of the joy side and the gratitude side. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to separate them soon. I'm going to, but I'm back with both of them. So, so for me, the joy, it's a surprise moment in time. It's something that that's what it feels like. It's a woohoo moment. It's like a fireworks show. It's something that happens right here, right now. That to me is a joy moment. And then on the other side, for me, gratitude, it's not quite like that. It's more, it's mellower. It's more, so I said it's more like constant. It's all ongoing all the time.
Hmm.
And it's like, so here's one thought I had. So with joy, having that wonderful moment. So how long does the moment last for you with joy when you have it?
Well, and see, I think of it as something very, very different.
Oh,
So
cool. Okay. Oh,
so
good. Yeah.
well, right. So I mean, I think for a long period of time I felt exactly the same way. I felt like
Uh-huh.
joy, we have joyful moments or joy filled moments. We have these
Yeah.
things that happen that bring us joy, but I started looking at as it joy is a choice, a way of being. So the prefix n in the word enjoy
Uh-huh.
means within, in.
Yeah.
And then joy means the emotion of great delight or happiness caused by something exceptionally good or satisfying. But what if we realize that we are joy, that we,
Mhm.
in our essence of being, are joy? And if we say we are enjoyable beings or we are
Mhm.
going to enjoy life,
Uh-huh.
then that joy needs to be us or within us.
Love it. Love
So it's just we can, if we can move from this space of expecting it to be this outside thing
it. Mhm.
and into it is me, I am the creator of it.
And, and it's so perfect, and it's so perfect for me to even share that definition, because probably people
Yeah,
who start at the exploration of joy and gratitude too,
right,
both of those,
right.
that's where they, some of them start, and I certainly did with the joy pieces. So this is what I'm loving about this,
Yeah.
that this is that I'm the beginner of joy, and here you're coming from the queen of joy, so I love that. I love that. Um,
How do you with the gratitude piece though? Like, because I think a lot of people think of gratitude in almost that same way of how that initial thought about joy too. It was like, oh, something good happened and I'm grateful for it. But you live and breathe gratitude. So it also is a being.
Yeah. Well, and a friend of mine, she really said something to me about gratitude. She said joy is being, like you
Mm.
said. And she said that gratitude is living.
Mm.
It's like,
Yeah.
and I thought that was really neat. So here's something that I just gotta share, because so for me, this is something new about gratitude. Gratitude for me feels like a hug. It's like a
Mm.
constant hug. And this is even something else that came today. It feels like I have an imaginary friend that comes with me all the time, everywhere. And it like taps on my shoulder or whispers in my ear going, look at this. Hey, look at this. It's like that's my world of gratitude. It's like I'm always looking now at things around me in life to appreciate. And
Mm.
that's where that living part of it is for me. And I'd never seen that before. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I had to share it because
I love
it was
that.
brand new.
I love that. I love putting that together. The joy is being and the gratitude is living. And it's so good because it really no, I think no matter what, whether we're talking about joy or gratitude, would you agree, Sharon, that it's a choice?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Hmm.
But as we practice it, as
Hmm.
we do it in the moments that aren't challenging, that aren't really hard, that are like we're just flowing with life and we're just going to practice the art of being joy or living gratitude, it becomes easier with time. Like it just starts to become who we are, I think.
Yeah. So I'm curious, how do you handle joy in times of that are challenging?
Um, I think part of joy for me, and we've talked about this on this show before, is not needing to see joy as a smile,
Mhm.
as a raise, as a new house, as a present, as, all of these things that when we cry, that can be so joyful because what a
Mhm.
privilege it is for us to be able to process our emotions in that
Mhm.
way.
Mhm. Mhm.
When something bad happens, and I think everything kind of can be neutral depending on the weight that we put on it, um but when something bad happens, what a joy it is for us to be able to have that experience and see things in a different light. So it's kind of like it's shifting the narrative of we think something is, but also choosing to see it in a different way, and knowing that just because we cry or we're angry or this doesn't look like how we in our egotistical humanness expect it to, that doesn't mean it's any less filled with joy. And if we go back to what I was saying before, and we are joy,
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
isn't that joy present no matter what's happening?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I love that. I really do. And I just love this conversation and this joy and gratitude in the same house. I just love it. It's because it's beautiful. It's great.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. By the way, the Jacksons are joining us this morning. I saw both Angelique and Donnell and Mandy. I see as well. She said, I agree. I live in gratitude myself and I can choose joy. Gratitude is living. I love that. I love that. So I know that over the next couple of days, you're going to be back on Wednesday. And what are we doing Wednesday? Wednesday, we are talking about, I'm going back to my notes now. Please hold, everybody. We're going to dive further into joy and things like that, and gratitude, and how they show up in our lives, how we process them. And I think on Friday we're going to be talking about how maybe we're looking at it a little bit differently as well. Is that right, Sharon?
Well, yeah, actually, what we talked about that I'm excited about is because yeah, I'm gonna be still taking both of these. I want to like do gratitude and joy. I want to see how I'm acting with those two. I love
Mm,
that. But on after the show Wednesday, then you and I are switching. We're
yes.
like gonna be undercover queens. We're gonna be so you're gonna take on full on gratitude, and I'm taking on full on joy,
Mm,
and
this is
seeing how
gonna
that experience is.
this is gonna be good. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and really getting to dive into that world. And like I said, I really believe that the two are so well married and
Mhm.
closely connected that in my mind, it's very hard to have one without the other. I think joy is a huge part of my gratitude practice, and
Mhm.
gratitude is a huge part of me being joyful. So
Yeah, yeah. Oops.
we'll see how that goes. Mandy said she loves it. It's going to be so good. So let's give people, as we go into the next couple of days, let's give people something like a thought or something to go back to, because I want all of you that are watching to process and to think about how joy and gratitude show up in your life
Mhm.
this next week with us. And so, what's something that you can give them if they're not used to being aware of how gratitude shows up in their life? What's something you can say to them or give them, as far as like, when this is happening, in order to get in a space of gratitude, think about this? What's something that you can offer them?
And what comes to me right away is just find something to be great, find gratitude in something,
Mm,
just set the intention to look for at least one thing,
mm,
because that gets us out of our head and it just goes right to the place.
yeah,
So
yeah.
just finding one thing or more that you can find gratitude for, because a lot of us, I know I didn't even look for it. I just was not present, not awake to that.
Yeah.
So as soon as you
Yeah.
do, watch out, because more and more and more stops popping. And the same with joy. The exact same thing with joy,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
I love that. I love it. So think of one thing when everything's going on the next week for you guys. Think of one thing that you're grateful for. Think of one thing that you're grateful for. And for me, I would say repeat when you feel like everything is hitting the fan. I want you to just say the words, I am joy. I am joy. That's it. That's all I want you to practice. That's it. It's gonna be that easy. It's not always easy. Would you say it's always effortless for you to be grateful, Sharon? Oh, I love it. Brittany says it's definitely going to be good. Always a vibe with Jessica, but Jessica and Sharon, it's like fireworks. It's like
I'll
fireworks.
take that.
It's magical. It's going to be great. So I will see you on Wednesday. And we're going to listen. If you guys have any questions about joy and gratitude, we would love to take those from you on Wednesday as well. But also, we want to know your progress. We want to know how things are happening for you when it comes to being aware of joy and gratitude. And Mandy said she's singing. I go straight to singing. Thank you for the sunshine. Thank you for the rain. Thank you for the joy. Thank you for the pain. So we're being very Dr. Seuss-esque this morning. It's wonderful. So we want to take your questions, but also I think this is going to be good for us to get in this vibe. And I'm excited about swapping with you on Friday as well.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be good. Any final thoughts, Sharon, that you would like to share about gratitude this morning before we close off this segment?
No, I'm really good. Yeah, I'm feeling lots of gratitude and joy. But that's interesting. Joy first. Joy seems to come first. Then I'm noticing gratitude. That's what I would say too.
It'll be good. It'll be good too, because I think for me, there have been times when I forget that I'm the joy, and that I can be it and create it and bring it with me wherever I go and in whatever circumstance. And when I go into gratitude, I can easily get back into that space of joy. So it's a good marriage. It's a good marriage.
It's a dance.
It's a dance that happens. Absolutely. All right, you guys, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back and do birthdays and national days. Sharon, do you want to stay with us, or are you going off
sure.
about your...
I love to hang in here.
Awesome. We'll be right back after this, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. It is Monday, May 8th, 2023. Sharon and I just had a delicious conversation about joy and gratitude. And I wanted to share that if you need a little nudge to get your gratitude practice going, you need to get your hands on Gratisize 365, which is by this nice lady I know that is sitting right over here. And look, it's a page for every day, 365 of them. See what she did in the title there. And it's going to get you started on your gratitude practice if you don't have one already, or even take you a little bit on that deep dive if you think you already have your gratitude game going. So I put the link in the description. You can get your book as well as the glasses that I almost lost. I have to clean off my desk, you guys. Get your gratitude glasses as well. So Sharon, there's a few things happening today in the world of national days. Do you like coconut cream pie?
Yeah.
It's coconut cream pie day. If
All
you needed a reason to go eat that, you can go do that. It is also it's also Have a Coke Day. I'm pretty sure that Coca-Cola probably came out with that. But I found it really interesting at the concert last night. I think Coke has, sponsorships in these arenas and things like that. And it kept putting like, don't you want a Coke or something like that in the banner. And at some point I was like, do I need a Coke? And I don't even drink Coke, so I'm very confused how that happened. But if you feel like having a Coke today, you can do that today as well. It is also National Women's Checkup Day, encouraging women to get their checkups, their screenings, and all of that done. Are you good about getting your stuff done, Sharon?
Yes, as I've gotten older, yes,
Mm.
it's really important. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm working on being, being good at. I'm a very, very stubborn human being, so I'm working on being better about it. So I will take this as my cue. I'm actually going for a checkup on Friday, so I need the good vibes because y'all know how I feel about this, and so that's happening on Friday. Also, it is World Ovarian Cancer Day. So I want to send love to anybody who has struggled with that or has a loved one that has struggled with that as well. So we're sending you lots of love today as well. In addition, as usual, there are lots and lots and lots of birthdays happening today. And there was people that I want to mention from over the weekend too. Sharon, did you see that I included your mom in our birthday song when it was her
No,
birthday as well? I
no,
did.
wait, on her birthday? On that Tuesday?
I can't remember. I think it might have ended up being the day after because it was whenever I saw the post, but I will get it.
Oh, I'll watch it. Yeah, I was a little busy
Yes.
with her. Yes.
Yes.
But yes, I will watch it and share that with her. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, I also wanted to share because you have a loved one, a furry loved one in your life who had something really amazing happen lately. What happened with Reno?
Okay, that was my joy too, by the way.
Yeah.
So there's a magazine here in Colorado called 5280 Magazine, and they had a pet photo contest. And I said, we have to try and see if he can win it. And I started getting pictures every day. I posted pictures. It was like from the 16th to the 30th. And I had him in front of on his bed, and I had the 5280 magazines around him, and he sings, and he won. We just got word of it the day we came back, May 4th, from Florida. We got word that he was the winner of this pet contest. So he's going to be in an ad in that 5280 magazine in July, which is his birthday month.
I love it. Look.
Oh, thank you.
Look, you guys. Come on now. This is the cutest little puppy you've ever saw. Okay.
And he sings to boot.
He sings. I love it. I love it. Yes. So we're very happy for Reno. Yes, everybody's like, oh, it's so cute. Adorable. I just had to mention that because I was so happy. I was so happy he won. Okay, so birthdays, you guys, in the celebrity world, Enrique Iglesias has a birthday today. Do you like his music, Sharon?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I enjoy Enrique Iglesias, little hero, and he's not horrible to look at. I'll be honest with you. Also, we have Matthew Davis has a birthday today. He's an actor. You guys might know him as Alaric in the Vampire Diaries series, as well as Legacy. And he was the not so nice boyfriend of Reese Witherspoon in Legally Blonde, as well. But I'm sure my daughters will be going nuts about his birthday today because they love the Vampire Diaries. Also, President Harry S. Truman had a birthday today. So happy birthday, President Truman. Melissa Gilbert. Do you guys remember her from Little House on the Prairie? She played Laura Ingalls Wilder. Just it's such a good story, but that was a minute ago. That was a minute ago now, but happy birthday to Melissa Gilbert. Also, singer Ricky Nelson has a birthday today as well. The celebrities in my life, we got a couple people who are Breakthrough Show Network alum who have birthdays over the weekend. Adam Chame and Yanni Ransom had a birthday over the weekend, so happy birthday to them. Also, Carson Nugent, Natalia had a birthday as well. Lisa Halpin and my good friend Teresa Ng has a birthday today. Happy birthday, Teresa. And with that, we need to get our birthday song on. Are you ready, Sharon?
Yes. Can I add one more to that list?
Yes.
This is a friend of mine who's a gratitude, quite an influencer. Waleska Lazo is her birthday today.
Waleska?
Waleska.
Okay. Am I saying that right? How do we spell it, Sharon?
Waleska.
Okay, Waleska.
Mhm.
There we go. Okay, so Waleska, happy birthday to you as well. And we're going to include her in our birthday song. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh, this is a long list. Happy birthday to Enrique Iglesias, Matthew Davis, President Harry S. Truman, Melissa Gilbert, Ricky Nelson, Teresa Eng, Lisa Halpin, Adam James, Yanni Ritz, Carson Nugent, Natalia, and Waleska. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating today and who celebrated over the weekend. We wish you an amazing day, or a continuation celebration if you celebrated over the weekend. Sharon, thank you so much for being with us today. I appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to both Wednesday and Friday.
Oh, thank you, Jessica, and all the people that are watching and your groupie. I love it. Thank you.
Yes, we love it. And thank you for don't forget, you guys, come back on Wednesday, chime in on what's going on your progress in bringing more joy and gratitude into your life. Also, in addition, we have Brandon Croucher joining us on the show tomorrow to talk about, speaking of Reno, to talk about the joy that pets bring to our lives as well, and that they're good for our mental health. But tomorrow night, we also have the newest episode of Beyond 2D with Ferran Dozier and I. And we are starting our deep dive, at least 4 episodes about integrity. So really excited about diving into that. It's a very important topic, and it's going to be fabulous. So join us tomorrow night, 6 p.m. on the Breakthrough Show Network. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to thank you for being here. I'm grateful for you. I'm joyful to have had this moment this morning. And I want to remind you to make joy and gratitude a priority in your life today and every day. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.